automatic.
Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. Today is a video is very special and I get a lot of, you guys don't understand how many questions I get like this all the time on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. So this video is about buying your first car while in the army or military, any branch, honestly. So yeah, I want to give you my tips of how I personally bought two cars. I don't only own one right now, but how I got my first car, which you seen in a tour like a year ago, and I'll put like a link here or down here of my actual first car tour of my baby. But now I have a brand new car, had it for like a couple months, going on 3 months now, and you guys asked me a lot of questions about how was I able to afford a brand new spanking car, like brand new, that was inside. So yeah, I'm just going to show you guys, and I hope you enjoy. This is something y'all need to watch. Okay, so the first thing y'all need to do, I'm referencing from my computer right here. So yeah, the first thing you need to know is basically credit. If you don't have credit, I don't know how you're going to get a car unless you pay in cash, in full in cash. But you know, I ain't balling like that, so I had to get a bank loan. So we're going to talk about my first car first. Basically, interest rate is the amount charged by the institution that you go through for financing. It's basically you're borrowing money and you pay it over time, and it's a fee that you pay. It's like added more to what the actual car amount is, and the bank you will pay over a certain time. I'm gonna just give you some quick tips that I learned and that other people have told me. Number one, never buy a car in a military town. Ever. Ever. My first NCO told me this when I first got stationed in Fort Hood. She told me never buy a car, because one, they will try to rip you off because they know for sure that one, you're in the army. Two, they know how much you make. They know you get paid on the 1st and the 15th. So they know it's going to be a guaranteed check, and if you don't pay, they will go to your chain of command and make sure you pay. So you guys, I personally, I went about an hour or 30 minutes away to a whole different town. Georgetown is like right outside of Austin, Texas, and that's where I got my first car. Well, I got both cars from there, from that same dealership. They know me. I've been a loyal customer. No late payments, nothing. So yeah, number two, always travel to a city at least an hour away, because don't even go in there saying that you're military, and just ask if they have. Just ask if they have certain discounts. They may have a military discount, but don't go in there saying I'm military, because they will try to get you. Don't buy a car out of your means. As that means don't buy a car that you cannot afford. 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago, I couldn't afford the car that I have now. So I had to get it was a newer car. It had 1,000 miles on it. I had to get a used car. And I had to get this, I was in love with it. Now I'm just like, what was I thinking? But this car was affordable. It was like I still have money left over, a lot more money left over after paying bills. So that's what you guys need to think. And don't buy something you can't afford. Like, y'all, let's be real. Use your mind. Don't buy stuff you can't afford. Two, I mean, what number are we on? I don't even know. 3, 4, whatever. Plan and budget. Before you go buying a car, go through your LES. That's what we call it. I don't know what other branches call it, but LES is your how much you get paid and taxes, the breakdown of your paycheck, monthly paycheck. So yeah, go through there and budget. Think about the cost of living. If you live in a barracks like I do, I don't get BAH, like extra money to live off post because I'm not married. Just balancing like insurance. Like I pay my own. I've always paid my own insurance, but now I pay insurance fully by myself. I'm not on my mother's insurance. So yeah, you have the budget and stuff like that. Don't get a car that's like $400 and your insurance are like $200, and you basically have no money if you're E1. Trust me, you will have no money because your car will be your life. I didn't do that. My mother helped me with my car. Another one is make sure your credit is good. Credit is key, y'all. They don't care about your credit, y'all. Like, I didn't have credit when I first got my first car, so my mother co-signed. So she was the main person on my car, and I was actually the co-signer. But I paid all the bills, you guys. That helped build my credit. Like, I had that car for 2 years, and I paid it. And on this last deployment I went on, I tripled my payments. I paid $700 a month for my car, so it could boost up my car payments. Boost up my credit, so that my credit is in the high 750s when I came back. So that's why I was able to purchase this car with a super low interest rate. Let your NCO know, or your sergeant who's in charge of you know, that you're looking into buying a car. Get their advice. Like, you don't have to talk to them, but I would advise you to talk to them. I talked to my old NCO about it, and I personally waited 3 months after I got stationed here to buy a car, so I got situated. Yeah, until my money situation got situated, because, moving and they mess up your pay and back pay, they're going to get their money back. So yeah, talk to them, and they will give you the best advice if they're a good NCO. Or if you can't rely on that NCO, go to a different person, a really cool NCO that you can rely on in your company. Yeah, be mindful of your insurance, y'all. Insurance ain't cheap. Don't be getting no two-door brand new, because that insurance gonna be damn near $400 if you are under the age of 25, y'all. I'm 21. And if you're a male too, I think that's another statistic, that if you're a male, your insurance is most likely going to be higher if you're under the age of 25. And if you had any records, like accidents, tickets, and all that, they're going to ask you how long you had your license and all that before buying. So be mindful of your insurance situation. Do your research. It took me a while to research looking for cars, like that whole 3 months. I looked through USA buying service and CarMax, and like finding affordable cars that I could. I kept sending pictures to my mother, telling her, "Ooh, this, and she would tell me if it's in my budget or not." Cause she was prior military. She retired too, so she knows the whole deal, y'all. So yeah, if you go to dealership, and if you're buying a used or new car, it's up to you. Don't let them pressure you into doing anything that you don't want to do, y'all. Sleep on it. Like, I made the mistake 2 times with both cars. Sleep on it, y'all. But I love my new car. I love my old car, so I don't feel like it really was a mistake. But don't feel pressured by the salespeople or pressure that you don't have a car. Take your time. It's like a life commitment. Like, it's like a 6-year, it depends on how long your loan is, 6-year contract that you are basically setting your life away for this car to be yours. So use your mind, y'all. Like, don't let them pressure you. Just walk away and say, "I'll come back. I bet you that deal will be right back there tomorrow." All right? Sleep, yeah. I already said that. Sleep and come back next week, the next day, whatever. It'll still be there. No impulsive buying, you guys. Don't go there and just spend. Like, I would never do some crazy thing and just buy a car just because. Like, do your research. Like, think of all of these advice that I've been giving you guys, and think about it. Think about it. You guys, if you have any more questions, like, I'm open. My Snapchat is always open, y'all. Like, I always answer questions, and I just want to do this video to explain a little more, or you can have it as a reference. And if you have any questions, please comment them below, or any more video requests, because I have nothing else to do. Actually, I do. I start school Tuesday, y'all. Like, back in school. So thank you for this video, and thank you for supporting me through this long journey, y'all, through deployment, through my YouTube history, and whatever. Thank you.
Keep your money in your pocket. This video is a hit you. Keep your money in your pocket. Keep your money in your pocket. Don't be broke. Don't be broke. Don't be broke. Hey, hey.